Hello and welcome to DreamLadder Capital's Market View for September 25th, 2024. Here we break down the key events driving market movements across the globe. U.S. markets continued their upward momentum on Tuesday, with the S&P 500 reaching a fresh record high. The index gained 0.25%, while the Dow Jones was up by 0.2%. Both indexes hit all-time intraday highs before closing at record levels. The Nasdaq Composite also climbed 0.56%, driven by tech stock gains. Shares of artificial intelligence giant Nvidia surged nearly 4% after a regulatory filing showed that CEO Jensen Huang had finished his stock sales for now. Nvidia continues to be a major player, lifting the broader market. However, the rise in the market came despite a weak consumer confidence reading. The index dropped to 98.7 for September, marking its biggest one-month decline in over 3 years. Economists had expected a reading of 104. This follows a warning from JPMorgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon, who cited worsening geopolitical instability as his biggest concern, saying it could impact the broader economy moving forward. In Asia, Chinese stocks had their best day in over 4 years, after Beijing announced its largest stimulus package since the COVID-19 pandemic. This move is aimed at pulling China out of its deflationary period and moving towards its growth targets. Oil prices rose yesterday, driven by China's monetary stimulus and concerns over regional supply due to conflict in the Middle East. The threat of another hurricane affecting U.S. crude supply, the world's largest producer, added further pressure to oil prices. Back in India, the Nifty 50 briefly crossed the significant 26,000 mark during the final hour of trading, but ultimately closed flat. The BSE Sensex also ended just slightly lower than the previous close. On the investor front, overseas investors turned net sellers of Indian equities after 2 sessions of buying, offloading stocks worth 2,784 crore. Meanwhile, domestic institutional investors continued their buying spree, purchasing equities worth 3,868 crore. In corporate news, HDFC Life Insurance has approved the raising of Rs 2,000 crore through NCDs. MCX has revised transaction fees on futures and options contracts effective October 1. Futures contracts to see a transaction fee of Rs 2.10 per lakh of turnover value, and for options contracts Rs 41.80 per lakh of premium turnover value. Delta Corp has approved the demerger and listing of hospitality and real estate businesses into Delta Penland. Shareholders will receive 1 share of Delta Penland for every share held in Delta Corp. Basmati rice exporters could be in focus today, as reports indicate that basmati rice exports have risen sharply after lifting of export ban. Lastly, the GIFT Nifty is trading 63 points lower from its previous close of 25,983. Thank you, and stay tuned for daily updates as we keep a close watch on these developments. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on LinkedIn for the latest insights and analysis.